As part of the free movement, the phases of free movement as the right of entry, the right of residence, and the right of establishment. Now, ECOWAS um, adopted what we call the ECOWAS National Biometric Identity Card, which is basically meant to replace the handwritten travel certificates. Basically, we've just gone biometric on that. Now, with that, we currently have only five member states that have fully implemented it. And the Republic of Senegal was the first, followed by Guinea-Bissau, Ghana, Benin, and the Gambia. I know works are still on the way for other member states to fully adopt. I know the Republic of Sierra Leone is working on that, Liberia, and a few other member states. So basically, that is what we do have around that. The whole idea of having this particular program here is basically for ECOWAS to also sensitize the CSOs we do have, for them to know what the whole protocol on free movement is all about. The protocol on free movement is related to persons, capital, goods especially, and it is basically for us to be able to move, of course, freely to other member states. Also, trade amongst ourselves free. That is where the ETLS comes in. That is the ECOWAS Trade Liberalization Scheme, where products made within West Africa are able to move, across each of the member states. So the whole idea of being here is to sensitize CSOs and also exchange, ideas between members of West Africa and that of Central Africa who are here present for this particular workshop.
Can you share with us what the current challenges are with free movement across the continent?
Well, the current challenges, I would say, are the uniform implementation of the protocol. You know, um, it has to be harmonized, and you realize that in the protocol, it states that national laws takes precedence over the ECOWAS decision that they've taken. But then that should not be the case. So there is a drive to really look at the protocol to ensure that we have it uniform and what is implemented in country A should be the same implemented in country B. Now, if you look at the Republic of Benin, for instance, Benin, they've cleared all roadblocks, so there's no form of harassment as compared to other member states, and that's the drive we are trying to achieve to ensure that community citizens travel hassle free.
So this free movement that you're trying to promote, how does it fit into the AFCTA initiative that?
Okay. Now, the AFCFTA basically is to deal with trade amongst the whole African continent, but there's a subset of it which is to do with the free movement of African citizens, across the continent. And with that, it is basically to ensure that we transfer skills. Because, for instance, I can give a clear example. If you are in Nigeria and you're looking for, let's say, a very good um, Messi, you find Togolese or Beninois. If you're looking for a very good Tyler, you find Chinese. So these are all part of the exchanges of labor, but then just to ensure that people are able to travel across free. But then the protocol itself will say that yes, you can actually do reside and establish in other member states, but then there are certain cut-off jobs which community citizens may not be able to take up in member states. That could be an example of that is paramilitary services of this nature. So basically, that is what the whole idea is all about. Now, for the ECOWAS space, currently, as of 2014, when we established or the heads of states in its wisdom adopted the ECOWAS National Biometric Identity Card, the 90-day stay in member states was repealed. So basically, it is such information of this nature is what has to go out for people, community citizens, to know that these are the 90-day bits, is, for instance, repealed. So it's a lot more sensitization, a lot more advocacy, a lot more education, so that community citizens actually know their rights in terms of the implementation of the free movement protocol. And what ECOWAS has done actually does tie in to the AFCFTA in terms of the free movement, the African or the continental free movement protocol, basically.
Okay, finally,